YouTube done made some upgrades since I was last live. I'm gonna do that so y'all can hear me clearly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go, cause y'all my people. I got a copyright strike on the last video. How sway? God's gang. My nigga, my brother, my sister. I love you, I feel you, I'm with you. I see you, I hear you, I'm listening. And I get it. Oh yeah. My brother, my sister, my nigga. I love you, I feel you, I'm with you. I see you, I hear you, I'm listening. And I get it. I get it. Let's go. My sister. It's okay, I'm with you, yeah. You go through some things and know you're queen, yeah. Sometimes hard, I just wanna grind hard. Look at the cotton paper, we just shine hard. Everything gon' be okay, we just grind hard. We gon' make it through this pain, we gon' alright. See, I know all the things that you been through, and I know where you at, cause I'm in there too. So I've been on this path, I can show you, and I can get it with you, cause I love you. They want us to believe that we can't make it, but if we all united, we can face it. Without all this racism and self-hatred, we can all see by the day separated. My nigga, my brother, my sister. I love you, I feel you, I'm with you. I see you, I hear you, I'm listening. I get it. Oh yeah. My brother, my sister, my nigga. I love you, I feel you, I'm with you. I see you, I hear you, I'm listening. And I get it. Oh yeah. I know why you struggle, man, you're going, yeah. I know why you go through, man, you're going, yeah. I know cause I'm just like you, man, you're going, yeah. I'm just here to show you, man, you're going, yeah. My niggas, my brothers, my sisters, yeah. All the people, one nation, yeah. All together, all united, no division, yeah. Higher ways, higher thinking, higher living, yeah. It's gonna take a whole lot of living, yeah. Thinking and a whole lot of trust, yeah. We will need a new way of teaching for this next generation and a new way of living. Oh yeah, they want us to believe that we can make it, but if we are united, we can face it. Without all this racism and self-hatred, we can all see by the day separated. My nigga, my brother, my sister. I love you, I feel you, I'm with you. I see you, I hear you, I'm listening. And I get it. Oh yeah. My brother, my sister, my nigga. I love you, I feel you, I'm with you. I see you, I hear you, I'm listening. And I get it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, let's go. Shout out J4 Elite. Get up in here. Get up in here. It's Sunday Fun Day with the Saint, and I'm here to drop it. If you ain't here to get it, get out. This is stress-free zone. I do what I want to do, say what I want to say, because I'm here to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. And everything else is secondary to unnecessary to me, and so I really don't care about it. And now, today, class, get up in here. Get your Bibles out. Yeah. If you ain't got no Bible, you can Google it. You know what I'm saying? You can use whatever version you resonate with. Yeah, get it, get it, get it. Let's break this down. We're going to break it down. What hood style? What's good style? What could be understood style? By the time I'm done, if you ain't got this lesson, I don't know what you're here for. You're just wasting time. Wasting time, wasting time. This is fire when I ain't dropped a fire one in a long time because I've been on vacation and have my mind on some other stuff and then trying to align some folks. And I hope y'all got the message and I hope y'all keeping up. And if not, then go back, catch up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back, catch up to me. You got to pay attention to be keeping up in here. I'm not here for entertainment. I'm here for information that leads to wisdom because you're going to apply what I say in your life because I'm going to make it so simple. Okay?
Hey, honey love, how you doing? Amazing Sunday to you. We are up in here. She say, yep, I hope y'all up in here. I want y'all to be like swimwear up in here, all up in the crack. Pay attention, pay attention. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back. Because the great thing about YouTube is that what I have said is already been posted, and I ain't changing it. I stand on it. I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to lay on it. I'm going to rest on it. I'm going to twist on it. I'm going to turn on it. I'm going to give you a different spin on it every single solitary time. I want you to get this thing, not for me, but for you, because we here to do something that a lot of us is too scared to do. Yeah. So today we're going to go into Genesis, where Genesis, where Genesis, where Genesis. Let's take it to the basics. Yeah. So get your Bible. This ain't no revival. We going past survival. Listen, get up in here. I'm about to drop this on y'all. I'm on fire, because why? This is fire, and I'm going to give it to y'all hot. It's coming in hot. Get your books out. Genesis 13. We're going to Genesis 13. Yeah, most of this is going to be found in Genesis 13. Now, I am not a preacher. I am not a teacher. No. I am the Politsaint. I give it the way I give it. That's my way to give it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Keep it moving. But don't come in here with no nonsense, because I don't care about it. So, why? Because it's secondary to unnecessary. And I'm in the mood today. So y'all been warned. I'm in the mood today. Get that book out, y'all, because here we go. We back on these lessons, because I want us to get these blessings, because if not, man, it be hard. If y'all have not read my books, you can go head over to my website, www.thepolitsaint.com, and purchase those, A Trip Through Hell to Rediscover Heaven. So before y'all come in here trying to tell me what God want me to do and all of that other good stuff, go ahead and see who I is before you get to talking to me, because I'm not interested. And I'm not in the mood. This is a new season, and I'm in my bag. My bag. I'm in my bag, and I got an attitude. Yeah, but it's a great one, because I just want to give love, light, gratitude, and all of that good stuff, because I want us to get this right. So here we go. We're going into Genesis 13. We're going to use the story of Abraham and Lot, okay, who was originally Abraham and Lot, okay? Because we're gonna use that here. We're gonna get that here, and I might go ahead. I got my phone on my lap, because I might, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I be a little bit spaced out sometimes. So in order to bring it here to y'all all the way, I might have to find the exact verse. Feel free, if you have any questions, to put them in the comments, so that I can definitely answer you, because I'm channeling in. And if you want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Long as I'm on this planet and it is spinning, twisting, turning, whatever it's doing, all of that, get up in here, because I'm going to give it. I am the Politsaint. I'm not supposed to do it the way they did it, because if they did it right, then I wouldn't even be here. Okay, so let's go. Now, we're going to go in here, because what we're talking about today is, and for those of you who do not know, I am the Politsaint. I'm a published author, a motivational speaker, and a life mastery coach who coaches those who are seeking to master this thing called life, okay? I don't want the people who want to play around. I don't want the people who want to do it for show. I don't want to be bothered with the people who want to do it for a season. I don't want to do it for the people who want to do it for a little reason. I want to get my man back. I want to impress my friends. No. I want the real ones. The ones that's ready to bleed, sweat, cry. Nah. For it, because we know what we got to do for it. I'm the Politsaint. So there you go. How you say it? Politsaint. That's how you say it. Politsaint. If you're having a hard time with the first part of it, saint will do. Okay. Some people just say polit. Whatever works for you. Get it out. Get it in your mind, because that's who you're talking to. That's la. I'm in the mood. So let's go to Genesis. So now, we talked about already why a lot of people don't like catch the call, right? They just don't get it. And it's because some people ain't did the work to get it. Some people ain't assigned in getting it. Some people are here to stop you from getting it. Some people are, you know what I mean? Y'all can imagine. Now, with all of that being said, when you choose, you have to choose. You're making a choice. What is whose choice? Your choice. Not your mother's choice, not your father's choice, not your sister, your brother, your dog, your cat, your baby sister. Nobody but you. Just you. Nobody but you. So when you make this choice to get on this journey, right, which is what? We want our souls to go back home. We want to ascend. We want to what? We want to ascend. We want to get up out of this space and go back to where we belong. Like I be telling people, this is my last time on earth. This is my last time. Y'all better enjoy me while I'm here. But when I get done with this thing, I'm out of here. I'm not coming back. No more will I be on this ghetto planet. Okay. But anyway, enough about me. 13. Abraham and Lot. Why people ain't making it? Well, because we want to see if we look at the story, God over everything. That's the lesson of the day. Okay. God over everything. Y'all look at it real good now. Get it real good. God over everything. All right. All right. Okay. Everything else is what? Secondary to unnecessary. Okay. Now, I'm going to try to keep straight in my chair, but I don't know. This is a live video and I'm live for a reason. Okay. Because I want to give it to y'all raw. So, Abraham is told to leave, right? So when Abram leaves, he takes, now this is we're using, and mind me if I jump into the Apocrypha and back and forth. We're talking about one story, one situation, but I'm bringing this to y'all hood style so you can understand what's being told in this story and why your ass need to have obedience, okay? Why you must listen to God and go where God is leading you because it's God over everything, okay? Now, when Abram is told to leave, he takes with him Lot, okay, which was his nephew. Now, in some religious circles, they say this was his brother or his son, and that's not true. He was his nephew. He was his brother's son, okay? And so he takes him with him, but he had been told to leave the land and to leave all of his people. Get it. Leave. So some of y'all is sitting somewhere and y'all real comfortable where God is telling you to leave. Okay. You sitting there content as can be in some mess God done told you to get up out of. And guess what? All you doing is putting a pause on your cause. In some situations, you are causing yourself stress, strain, trauma, and all kind of other judgment and stuff, okay? But here's the thing. God tells Abram to leave. What is God telling you to leave? What are you being told to leave? Is it your job? Is it your family? Is it your friends? Is it the community that you've grown up in and you've been there for all of your life? Is it your old habits? Is it, what is it? And furthermore, why are you not leaving? I got a little it's always a little spy that come in here. I hope y'all get this lesson real good today. What? Real good today. What? Real good today. It's coming out real good. Okay, so now, what are you not letting go of? What are you holding on to? Because see, this was the thing when he left, right? His first act of disobedience, his first recorded act of disobedience to God was he took Lot with him. See, he took Lot with him. Now he had been told to leave and leave everything, leave the country, the town, the city, the people, everything, right? My shirt looking like a scarecrow on me for some reason, but it's not. I don't know what's going on. But nonetheless, he is told to leave. How many of y'all done left? But you ain't want to leave alone. So you took that old raggedy man with you. You took those old raggedy friends with you. You took your old raggedy mama with you. You took your old raggedy brothers and sisters with you. You took your cousins and them with you. You took everything with you that God had already told you to leave. Now, this is not a bang, bang, shots fired. Because like it said in the song, my sister, my brother, I'm with you. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. I've done this thing. Okay, what I'm talking ain't nothing out of the far out sky. I have done this thing. Okay, so the question is, what did you take along, or who you done took along with you? Because this too is disobedience. So sure, he left. He left with confidence, trusting God that he would become the father of nations. You know, some of y'all been told you're gonna become the billionaire, first billionaire in your whole entire family. Yeah. Okay, but you can't get to billionaire status because your ass is too busy trying to carry along things that ain't got no damn business going where you're going. We see this in the story in the first book of the Bible, Genesis. Genesis. In the beginning. Let's go to the beginning. Okay. So in this story, a lot of us, when we look at this hood style, what's good style, right? We can feel guilty for being moved along, or we could feel shame for being promoted, right? For having more than others, more in favor, more in fruition. You know, you got a little bit more productivity, more prosperity, more abundance, right? More luck. They call it luck. It's luck. It's luck. Luck is for losers, okay? It's never luck with me. It's always God. There's no luck here, okay? If God wants me to have it, I'm going to have it. If not, I won't have it. That's just the way this thing goes. Now, I may seem lucky. You may feel lucky. But how many of us, just like Abram, take with us Lot? Ask yourself that. And this is a common thread that I'm hearing right now. So it wasn't too surprising to me when I was sleeping. It was like, talk about this. Okay. Because a lot of us do it. We take things with us that God has told us to part with because they bring us comfort. You see, when God first moved me in my life, if y'all listen to How Did I Piss the Devil Off, then y'all would understand and be on the timeline, right? When God first moved me, I was alone. I didn't have any relatives with me. I was young and I went that way, right? And but as time went on, for my own comfort, I began to bring my siblings and my mother, and because these were the things that made me feel comfortable. They made me feel safe. But God didn't tell me to do that. It was what I wanted to do, right? How many of you are operating in your ego, so you're holding on to people, places, and things that you were told to walk away from? What is that for you? Write it down. Look at it. Think about it. Ask yourself, hmm, how am I being like Abram? Now, as we see in this story, God didn't like turn on Abram, right? Because as we know, Abram eventually became Abraham, who was the father of many nations, right? His seed was like unto the sand. That's a plenty. More than we can count, more than we can imagine, more than we can think, right? But it took a whole lot of work to get there. It took a whole lot of making mistakes to get there. And along the way, there were different challenges that he faced, right? Eventually, when he took Lot, they became prosperous, right? They both had lots of herd and livestock. But this caused a rift, a conflict, a confusion. What? A conflict, a confusion. What did it cause? Conflict and confusion. And as a result of this conflict and confusion, there came a time where Lot and Abraham had to be separated. Mhm. And in here, Lot gets the first choice of land. How many times in your life have you given other people first choices before you? Have you put other people's needs, wants, desires before your own? Albeit God has given you a promise, you have, just given everybody else time and everybody else space, and taking care of this and taking care of that and showing up, but you haven't taken care of yourself. How? Look at that for yourself. Where have I been an overgiver? Where have I been overly available? Where have I sacrificed myself? Where have I given of myself to my own detriment? Not just given of myself, but given of myself to my own detriment. Where have we done that? Look at that in your life. Where are the lots in your life? Are they in your siblings, your sisters, your brothers, your uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, your mother, your father, your neighbors, your church friends? Where are you overgiving? Where are you showing up, squinching down to fit in? So in that story, we see where Lot, when he gets the choice, he takes the good land. Okay, the land with the water and everything, everything pretty set up. His livestock can flourish and everything. He said he take the good stuff, okay, and leave Abram with what seems to be barren, right? It seems to be nothing. But God has already given Abram a promise. Mm-hmm. And in fact, when I look at this story and I think about it in hood style, what's good style? What could be understood style? Like Abraham held up his life fucking with Lot, his nephew. That had he been obedient and in right behavior from the right time, who knows how history would have went. But anyway, he takes the lesser of the land. Where have you taken less? Where have you taken the less where people took from you and took plenty? They took the fruits, they took the vegetables, they took everything, and they left you with pebbles and weeds. Where has that happened for you? Look at it. Wherever that has happened for you, I will tell you, you should be happy. You should be grateful. You should be excited. When people take from me, I've learned to be excited. I'm excited. Okay. Because by them taking from me when they think you're taking a lot, kind of like Lot. Lot was thinking he was getting something, but see, Lot had moved in next to Sodom and Gomorrah. All in the nonsense of Sodom and Gomorrah. So his move that looked like the grass was greener on the other side, it looked like all that was going to help him ultimately hurt him, cost him his wife. But that wasn't the thought when he took the land. But he also didn't think about Abraham. He didn't think about how Abraham had took him with him into the new land where he was able to grow and prosper and become. He didn't think about that. No, 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 no. He didn't think about that. He didn't think about how God was blessing them because see, he wasn't getting directions from God. See, Lot, we're going to liken Lot to an earth sign person, a Taurus or Capricorn. They're all earthy. But I can see where long term this is going to make sense to me. But ultimately, long term, it didn't make sense to him. So where in your life are you picking things because they look good right now? Or they looked good right then, but right now or later, they become the death of you. Your own detriment. Why? Because of a disconnect with God. So look in your life where you're not connected to God, but you're connected to the things that you can see. Because is it Lot? Is Lot you in your life? Are you worried about the wrong things? Are you trying to get things that are not in alignment with God's will? Are you trying to make your life happen because you want what you want? Are you your own Lot? Think about that. Well, some people gonna say, "Well, God ain't told me to leave. God ain't told all of us to leave." Everybody ain't got that message. Remember, it's different strokes for different folks. The world takes a whole lot to go around, and it takes all kinds to make that thing go around. And all of us have our own individual assignment. We all have our own contract. There's no two contracts the same. And so your contract is yours, my contract is mine, their contract is theirs. Everybody has their own. So the question is, are you fulfilling your contract? And if not, you're probably your own lot. You probably get in your own way. You probably self-sacrifice for others and think that that's good business. You think you feel good and look good when you do so. But ultimately, it always comes to, just like with Lot, danger. Sometimes for you, sometimes for other people. But when we look at this and we look at Lot and Abraham just kept taking things. He was very humble. But remember, he was a person after God's heart from a very young age. Now, of course, in the Holy Bible that they give y'all at the church, in that Bible, he was sent there, but he was told to leave because he had turned over his father's stuff. Okay, listen, none of this is of the Father, of God. Okay, all of these idols and all of this stuff, but he didn't associate that to Lot when he chose to take Lot with him. And Lot was doing that stuff. That's what drove Lot's choice. Lot's choice was based on himself. Okay, but Abraham, he kept making choices that prioritized others, showed his trust in God, and equated to wise decisions. Even though Lot's decision looked like the best decision until Sodom and Gomorrah was invaded, right? He was booming temporarily. And this is how we see things in life with people, where they will temporarily be winning. They will be having it all. They got everything figured out. They got everything going the way it needed to go. It looked good until there is an invasion. But see, with God, there are promises and there are securities and safeties. And we see this in this story over Abram in his life. And God stayed faithful to him even when Abram disobeyed. When Lot is in Sodom and Gomorrah, okay, there comes a time where, or at a time, I'm not gonna say why he in Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm a little bit. Anyway, Lot gets convicted, okay, and Abram goes right to him, starts to pray for him to try to get him out of his troubles. Yeah. See, y'all don't realize the work that went in Abraham become Abraham. Father Abraham has many sons, and many sons have Father Abraham. I told y'all people think that means that they're supposed to have a whole bunch of wives and doing it to a whole bunch of women. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a what? It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's not the truth. It ain't the truth at all. The truth is, if you follow this story, that Abram earned these things from God through his obedience, through his character, through his constant choice of right behavior, and he was constantly given right reward, even when it looked like he had been given shit. He still had favor. He still had the faith. He still kept the heart after God. Yeah. So in here we see obedience, disobedience. We see, okay, we're going to take our people with us. We do that all the time. I'm going to take my people with me. MC Hammer ain't teach nobody. You know what I'm saying? Diddler ain't taught nobody. You know what I'm saying? We're taking people with us. But we're taking people with us. Are we operating in God's will? Are we operating in God's law? And see, then in God's will and God's law make you look crazy. It make you look stupid. It make you feel crazy. Make you feel stupid. Okay, you can't even explain your own actions. But when you're like Lot, boy, you need a lot of explanations and knowing and everything. And so that's that earthly thing. You know what I'm saying? Tied to the earth, not the metaphysical, not what God is pouring into, which is where Abram was getting it from. God, straight from the source. Lot was getting it from his greed, his eyes, his heritage, things he had seen, things he had done, things where places he'd been, his ancestors. He was what? Carbon copying. But they was blessed because of the promise given to Abram. But Lot didn't know be grateful for the promises because in his mind, this is from his hard work. How many of y'all hanging around with people that think everything they do is they self? Hey, it wouldn't nothing be happening without me. They to God, but I say God over everything. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here that they think ain't nothing cracking without them. God over everything is what I'm gonna tell you. That's the key to everything in your life. Put God over everything. If you are needing money, do you need God more than you need the money? Because if you had God right, you wouldn't need the money. You wouldn't have a lack, you wouldn't have a loss, you wouldn't have no shorts, you wouldn't have no losses, you wouldn't have nothing because God would be over it. And we see in the story of Abraham that God came through. Okay, right now, hundreds and hundreds, thousands of years later, people know that song. Father Abraham had many sons, and many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's just thank the Lord. So plenty are the seed of Abraham, but act as though they are Lot. Where are the Lots in your life? Look around. Because the Lots in Abraham's life held up Abraham's blessing. Well, Abraham had to live like 900 something years, boy. Okay? But he had to sacrifice. He loved Lot and he gave to Lot unequivocally. He prayed over Lot, even when Lot, and in most of our choices, if we gave our brother or sister or niece or nephew a choice and they took the most and gave us the less, we'll be calling our friends and talking about, you know how ungrateful? Yeah, and I gave him, he wouldn't even have nothing if I wouldn't have brought him out the desert with his dry, dusty ass. That's what most people do. That's what most people do. Look, I did this for him and I did that for him and I did, and they keep a score because they become the God. Are you becoming the God over people? Well, I did this for him and I did that and I said this and then and they wouldn't have it. Lot, sit your Lot ass down. Lot. Okay. Where are we not being obedient? Obedience. Obedience is the key to everything. You want favor with God, you have to be obedient. Okay, period, point blank. Ain't no two ways about it. Obedience. It don't matter how much you going to church and buying things. It don't matter how many people clapping for you. Are you obedient? Because without obedience, okay, boy, there's some judgment now when you're disobedient. You hold up all the magical blessings in your life being disobedient. Cause I don't want to do that. Cause I don't like them. It don't make sense. So I don't know how it's gonna turn out. So I'm not gonna do it. They didn't do what I wanted them to do. So I'm not gonna do it. It didn't go the way I wanted to. So I'm not gonna do it. I ain't getting enough money. So I'm not gonna do it. It don't make no sense. So I'm not gonna do it. How much of that are you doing in your life? And over what things? And what's the outcomes? Are you getting the blessings of God and do you live a magical, miraculous life, or is things hard? Are you struggling? Little money, little tight, little minor car accidents and problems and shit. You just got challenges and shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. The moment you become obedient again, God will be right there to fulfill the promise. The promise is waiting to be filled, but it's dependent on you. Who? You. How do you show up? If you ain't showing up right, you being like Lot. Because Lot and his family ended up in Saddam. And so in Saddam, there was terrible things that happened, right? Lot lost his wife. Didn't he? Yeah. Turned her into a pillar of salt. Everybody said, don't be like Lot's wife. I'm telling you, don't be like Lot. Don't be like Lot. Because if it wasn't for Lot, his children and his wife wouldn't even been over there. Don't be like Lot. Be like Abraham. Be consistent. Be persistent. Be considerate of others. Trust in God. Trust in the plan. Be willing. Okay? Abraham, they said, take your son up there and kill him. What y'all see Abraham do? Abraham took the boy right on up there. Got to go. You got to go. I don't even know why you got to go. But I got the order that you got to go. Now, sure, he rightful with it as a man. He rightful with it. It wasn't like he just woke up, I'm going to take my son up here. That didn't happen. But he was obedient. And in the end, you see his obedience led to the death of nothing or nobody. Because right behavior gets right reward. Somebody at my door. Hold on. Hey. So when you got right behavior, you will always get right reward. But if you are on some bullshit, you're going to always get bullshit. See, Abraham kept trusting God. He kept on, even when he ain't have nothing, he didn't understand. He said, okay, I'm going to take my son up here, I'll kill him. Sure, no problem, let's kill him. He got to go because why? God said he had to go. So he went. He didn't need, well, make it make sense, God. How many of y'all trying to make God make sense of something you've been told? You ain't made one step, or you took half of a step, and you think God gonna make everything work the way you want it to. Because y'all like Lot. You being Lot. That's when you being Lot in your life, okay? And guess what? Lot fucked up. Lot's wife got turned into a pillar of salt because of Lot, okay? Why? Because Lot was concerned about earthly things, not spiritual things. Okay, spiritual things and earthly things, they go together as above, so below. You can't have one without the other. But at the same time, you cannot do what you want to do in God's perfect plan and get God's magical mysteries and wonders and all of that. It ain't coming. It ain't coming. So, how you being Lot in your life? How many lots you trying to carry along because you need a crowd clapping for you and all of your accomplishments? So you can't do it because it ain't getting enough likes, it ain't getting enough views, or people might not like me, or they might not love, they ain't gonna share my video. I don't care who shared the video, I'm gonna make it. Okay, I don't care who liked the video, I'm gonna make it. Because I'm gonna tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God, because I chose the path of Abraham. Because let's forget about Jesus. All y'all want to be Jesus. Well, there's a lot of stories and lessons before Jesus. And in Genesis, where Genesis, where Genesis, where Genesis. In Genesis, at the beginning, you can find a very valuable lesson in obedience. And in there, it tell you, boy, when you put God over everything, that means God is first. God is leading it. God is directing it. God is funding it. God is controlling it. That means you ain't got no concerns about it. You in a stress-free zone. You stressing about nothing. But if you stressing, you being a lot. Because you need a lot. I need a lot of attention. I need a lot of affirmation. I need a lot of confirmation. I need a lot of ambition. I need a lot. When in reality, all you need is a little bit. All you need is a little bit. But y'all want to be like Lot. Y'all won't sacrifice y'all jobs, let alone y'all kids, and then think y'all going to get God's favor. How? You didn't want to steal it from somebody else. Well, good luck with that shit. It don't work. I keep telling y'all it don't work. Okay, all that, it takes work. You got to put in some work. I mean, you got to put in some work. I mean, you got to change your life, change your behavior, change your friends, change whatever you are guided and directed to change. But if you hold on to it, I'm gonna take my nephew with me. I'm gonna climb the hill with my cousins on my back. I'm gonna climb the hill with my mama on the back. I'm gonna climb the hill with all my kids on my back. And ain't got nowhere because you ain't in alignment. You're doing that King David stuff, but we ain't gonna get there right now. We're talking about Lot and Abraham. And where? Genesis. Is y'all looking it up? Are you asking yourself, where are you to Lot? Where's God called you to do something and you ain't do it because it didn't pay a lot? You ain't do it because people wasn't clapping a lot. You ain't do it because people wasn't looking a lot. You ain't do it because you wasn't gonna get much of nothing out of it. I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna get nothing out of that. I ain't doing that shit. It don't make sense. I ain't going. If it ain't, I ain't getting nothing out of it. I ain't going. Y'all fucking y'all lives up. But y'all praying. Oh God, give me more. God, help me get a good job. God, I want a good man. God, I want a good car. God. But you ain't did nothing God asked you to do because you are Lot. Okay, and what happened? Lot got his wife turned into a pillar of salt. Nah, yeah. Think about this now. Hood style. What's good style? What could be motherfucking understood style? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Put it in the comments. Do this one make sense to y'all? I'm gonna tell y'all something. My people gonna get it. Everybody else gonna be like, "Them motherfuckers crazy." Yes, I am crazy. You crazy trying to think that you're gonna get the blessings of God being like Lot. Because listen what happened to Lot. Lot went into judgment. Okay? Yeah. Lot went in judgment, and then guess what? Abraham had to come get him. Yeah, and give him some more shit. Okay, that's what happened. Kind of like the little story about Jimmy and Ricky and the dope that they selling, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm getting. Y'all get what I'm saying? But it delayed Abraham's blessings. Abraham had to be around here long time. I think if he had left Lot, it would have happened a lot sooner. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, so me in my life, I don't have a problem with moving and I got to go. It's okay, I'm gonna go. I don't have a problem with saying I ain't doing that no more. I don't care that I did it 1,000 times. I don't give a shit. Okay, I'm not going with them no. I don't care that I hung out with them 200 times. I don't give a fuck. I don't even remember their name no more. Okay, I'm telling you right now. Okay, if God say move to the left, I'm going to the left. I ain't got no questions. I ain't got nothing, but I'm going to the left. If you don't understand, too fucking bad. You have to get that mentality to be on this journey, because every day not gonna make sense. Every day ain't gonna add up. Everything ain't gonna come together. But just like with Abraham, you have to keep going. You have to keep going. You have to keep agreeing. You can't slip and slide off. Well, maybe, just imagine he had done all that shit. And God like, okay, we're gonna give you this baby. Now, how many of y'all egoistically think your kids is yours? They're my kids. No, they not. They're not your fucking kids. Okay, but you think so. They're my kids. And I'm gonna do everything because they're my fucking kids. Them ain't your motherfucking kids. Them is God kids. And if they ain't God kids, that's why the fuck they fucked up. Because they're not God kids, they're your kids. They're your kids and your Lot ass raising a lot of bullshit going on, and that's why it's a lot of fucked upness on earth. So people like, well, if this God is yours, well, yeah, God is good, but people fucked up, okay? And they be doing some fucked up shit because they like to be on a lot of bullshit, okay? Now, so how are you being Lot in your life? How are you showing up as your own distraction? How are you being your own curse? How are you keeping your lineage behind? Because I want to do what grandma was doing with your carbon copy ass. Okay, if you doing what grandma was doing, you a carbon copy ass motherfucker, and I don't respect you. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't do carbon copies. I do originals. People that's here to break the cycles, chains, and curses, because if shit was working, we wouldn't fucking be here. So How many of y'all holding on to lots? Well, we can't say that because, and how she smoking that when you talk about Jesus? Because that's what the fuck I do. Okay? Because I am Abram, trying to become Abraham. And I ain't got a lot of time to be paying to lot ass fucking people. So, look at the story. How are you a lot in your life? What are you holding on to that's keeping you back from having a magical, miraculous, happy, joyous, prosperous life? If you're not having that, you out of alignment with the assignment. Plain and simple. Okay? But let's go further because, see, God told them, if you put God first, God, who? God. Who? God. Over everything. Over what? Everything. Over what? Everything. Dr. Umar style. Over everything, God goes. So if God is over it, then ain't nothing under it. Can't nothing attack it. Can't nothing come against it. And so when people think they doing you wrong, you don't care because God is over everything. Over what? Everything. Even the nonsense people be doing to you. God is over it. But if you turn and be like Lot, you're probably going to struggle a lot. Life going to be hell. You're going to be sick. You're going to be confused. The money going to be funny. You ain't going to have friends that love you. You ain't going to have a lover that love you. It's going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. But are you the Lot? Now, because when you don't put God over everything, meaning God gave me this house, God gave me this life, God gave me this. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't even have a son. I wouldn't have a kid. I wouldn't have nothing. But if you don't put God first, you just a lot. But anyway, when you put God first, you're blessed. You're going to be blessed. What? You're going to be blessed. Because what? God is over everything. So nothing come against him. Y'all got that? Okay. But when you got that Lot behavior, folk can come after your money. Mm-hmm. They can take shots at your character, and it'll hurt. It'll hurt because the truth hurt, right? But so do insults that we give value to and make true because we ain't put God over it. Mm-hmm. So when people cast judgment against you and you get all of your feelings and stuff, are you the Lot? Okay, so from now on, I want you to start saying to yourself, man, I'm a fucking Lot. Okay, I'm Lot. And I'm about to turn everything I care for into pillars of salt because of my own bad behaviors. Start thinking of that stuff and seeing how the direction of your life will change. The trajectory of your life will magically change when you go from one position to the next. See, Lot sought to be the man. Okay, I want to be respected. I want to be powerful. I want to have everything. Abraham just wanted to be please God. I just want to please God by all means and all measures and whatever it takes, because God over everything. And God has made a promise to us to provide everything. There's no thing you should want. There's no thing you should need. There's no thing that you should desire, because even your desires, God has given to you. Okay, there's nothing wrong with your desires or to have those, but they have to be tended to and stewarded over like a good shepherd, like Abraham. But if you have taken on the earthly role, keeping up with everything people want and how people want it to be and what look good to people and what seems acceptable to humans, then you're probably going to keep suffering. And right now, we got Aries, Neptune, and Saturn energy. I highly suggest that y'all start to get it together. Use this thing to help you become the most magical version of yourself. Don't sit in carbon copy behavior, doing what your ancestors did because they did it, or because they said it, or because they're not gonna like what you're gonna do. Because here's the thing: if what they was doing was working, then we wouldn't be necessary. You wouldn't have a call on your life to become a standout soul, one who will go against the grain for any and everything because you only want to please God. I'm the Politsaint, and it has been a pleasure delivering this message. I hope that it resonated with somebody somewhere and helped you to remember that you are a motherfucking badass. Okay, so yes, it's gonna be a test. Yes, it's gonna be attacks. Yes, there's gonna be temptations, and we are going to go through life ducking and dodging, having a good time with that shit. And every Sunday we're gonna reset with a what Big Kid Sunday because I'm here, I'm doing it and having a motherfucking blast with it. So keep charging yourself up. Stay grateful. Stay faithful. Stay obedient. Okay. Keep putting God first. And don't forget, when you start to come into these blessings, it's not you, it's your obedience to God. And when God is over everything, it is a constant win. It is a always winning show. And everybody else gets to watch. And hopefully they'll be inspired. But if not, they'll be secondary to what? Unnecessary, because we don't even care about them. Because everything is going up, 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 up. That means the price is going up. Ain't no cutting it in half. That means our right behavior going up. We ain't gonna take no shortcuts. That means our love is gonna go up. We going for the highest vibration possible. That means our prosperity is going up. We ain't okay with pennies, nickels, and dimes. That means that our everything is going up, 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 up. And I need y'all help getting it there. I'm the Politsaint, and I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I hope that y'all be a big kid this Sunday. I'm not gonna be a big kid Sunday because I have been a big kid since I came home, so I kind of been making a mess in my house, and I now need to clean it up because I'm on my way out for a new adventure. And so, yeah, I'm gonna dedicate the rest of today to cleaning. Yeah, and well, I guess that is kind of like a big kid because, like, when you was a kid, you had to clean up everything behind. So, yeah, I'm gonna clean up like I didn't make the mess. That's how I'm gonna tap into my big kid. I'm gonna clean up like it wasn't me that made the mess. Yes, brothers and sisters, everybody, this is a beautiful love, beautiful time. Thank you for the compliments on the hair. I love y'all. I'm glad that y'all done got up in here. But go out today. Don't forget to do something that helps you to remember the little kid in you. Make sure that you are honoring that person. Don't spend time with those who don't make your little kid feel safe, feel loved, feel honored. Don't act like that. Shaking here having a messy fit on my dad. I guess because he like, listen, I told you to let me out of here. My dad ain't moving. He like real still over there. And so Jake over there like, okay, look, I done told you, dude, and I've been cool. Don't do that. Don't be a bully. But anyway, here we go. I have to clean up because I am ready for my travels. Get ready. I will go live for you guys. You guys can go live with me on the train. We're going to board the train on the 6th. So y'all might want to set y'all calendars. I will set a thumbnail for it or something. And I will let you guys travel with me. See, there go my spy. Like what kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like rebuke them. Satan. But make sure that y'all tune in so that y'all can catch the beginning of the train ride. And then the rest of it will be uploaded on my new YouTube channel where you can keep up with my travels and my journeys. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all stay fun, loving, kind, and above all, grateful. Peace and wellness to you. Make sure that you go out today, find something that makes you feel loving and kind, and find somebody to love on. Find somebody to love on. Create a highlight. There's some new stuff on here I said I was gonna play with. I don't want to change my look. I look the way I look, so I don't know. Actually, I don't look good on camera, but if you see me in person, sex symbol. Let's go. I love y'all. Peace and wellness. Good.